So, if you can get him down to 1 health, it's oftentimes correct as long as you're not going to die next turn. And yeah, he did. The Leroy just came out. There's a lot of burst missing now from the deck. So, he properly recognized what the situation was, and he went with his gut. Good move.
He played really well. And so we're moving into the next series now. It's going to be Ekop versus Dart. Ekop having 1-1, lost 1 tonight. Dart is down 1 series.
Yeah, Dart's now the 0-1 guy. I feel like now is Gaara 2-1 now?
Well, all wins and losses are calculated because everybody plays everybody in this series.
Yeah. But I think Gaara is now he's done for the night, isn't he? Like he's now played all 3 of his series.
That is
finished 2-1.
Yes. Yes. Okay. But so Ekop has the way they calculated it, I believe. Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. So 2-1.
So outside of Gaara, everybody else has 1 loss. So basically, nobody's going to be 3-0 in this group. So this is probably going to come down to some sort of a tiebreaker then.
I was about to say, yeah, there's a chance for a tiebreaker. So there's still a chance we might see more Gaara games tonight, depending on what happens.
So Dart is going to his Miracle Rogue and Ekop starting with the Hunter, and this is more of a face Hunter deck. It's more aggressive. It's got the Undertaker. He's got a pretty good start because he's got the Undertaker into Web Spinner, which is pretty nice.
And he's going second, so we can coin into it.
That's absolutely true. Yeah. And that's really tough, actually, for a Miracle Rogue to deal with. This is also a Miracle Rogue that's running Perdition's Blade, which is not something you see very often.
No, highly unusual.
Yeah. I tried to make Perdition's Blade work for quite a while, and I eventually just gave up on it. It's just, for 3 mana, it is oftentimes a 2-for-1 and even sometimes a 3-for-1 because you get the extra swing on the next turn. But even still, it was 3 mana for 6 damage overall, and I had to combo into that 6 damage, and I had to take damage to the face to do it, and I don't know. I just felt like
going to double Undertaker. Oh, okay. No, never mind.
No.
What was going
Undertaker
on?
Just as we talked about. Yeah.
It was just some. Yeah. Sorry, he didn't even have 2 Undertakers. It was just a little behind on the hand there. So.
Yeah, Dart can only
dagger
off the 1/1. That's it.
It's the only option on his turn 2.
He will be able to get rid of the Undertaker if it does not grow on the next turn. However, Ekop drew a Loot Hoarder, so it is going to grow next turn.
Right.
So he's actually in a pretty tough spot right now.
You weren't kidding. This is absolutely an opening that is hard for Miracle Rogue to deal with, and his draws are not helping him at all.
If Dart was sitting on the coin, he'd be okay here because he'd be able to do plays like coin SI7 agent, which can effectively deal with most openers. So
most rogues are feeling nice and happy and at home with a coin in their hand.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Dart flipped a 1 on his virtual coin.
I love how long he's taking actually making this play. He's just like, okay, should I use the 2 mana that I have to do the only thing I can do that costs 2 mana to then kill the only thing on the board that has 1 health? Or should I not do that? Yeah. I mean, okay, so to be fair, he was considering playing, like hitting that and then opening up the possibility of using Perdition's Blade next turn. Oh, well, never mind. Forget all that.
Oh, that top deck. We're good. Dart is back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that grin. He knows it.
Yeah.
He's just like, feels good.
This is why backstab is so good. So I actually go with the SI7 here over the Perdition's Blade because it just puts a 3/3 body on board. So
absolutely. That is the play to go, and that's what Dart is doing.
Let's watch the Ekop Salt Face coming up in 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's actually just stone faced. Okay, never mind.
He's got his game face on, Dills.
I think I would go ahead and swing to the face here because it's likely that next turn I'll probably just equip another dagger, or equip a Perdition's Blade, as it were.
With the hand as it stands, that is very likely.
But see, this is okay. So this is what I was talking about. So you see how long Dart's taken to make this move?
Yes.
If you're Ekop, you can now sit here and go, okay, why would he think this long about attacking me with this dagger? And you can actually extrapolate some information about what is in his hand based on that fact. And no players are really doing that at this point, you know?
Well, that you're aware of. It's not like they're giving commentary as they're
no, but I mean, no players are really not doing that, not taking a long time to think about moves like that. They're all just kind of playing it out. This is interesting that he gave the bananas, which are actually going to be pretty valuable, I think, here.
Bananas are wonderful for rogues. It's 1 mana that activates your combos. And it's also a buff. I mean,
yeah.
Bananas are good anyway. Hell, we named the last episode of the Angry Chicken after the banana.
So I'm just wondering if there's a slick way to use these bananas here.
Well, you eat them and then you put the peel on the floor.
Oh yeah, it's very slick. You're right. But if you banana your guy to a 4/4, you can't then Perdition's Blade to get rid of the 5/5. Yeah. You could also just double banana. There's not really any slick way to do any of this stuff here.
No, it's all a little awkward. Nothing's going to line up perfectly.
No. So I think he is just going to go for the Perdition's Blade and then kill the 2/2, the 1/2, and pull out the little spiders.
You still, you remove Mukla. There's just 2/1s on board. And a Garrett is slicker than the banana peel. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone out there in chat land.
I'm not even looking at chat anymore.
It's going to be a pretty happy fan of knives, I think, maybe. Shadow Step comes in. Would you fan of knives here, Dills? Would you?
Yes.
He's gonna.
But he's gonna go with this because he can then combo out the. It clears the board both ways, but it's hard to imagine fan of knives getting more value than that.
Right. He's taking time to think again. He's not sure he wants to do the SI7 agent. Decides to go for it. Leave the 1/1 on the board.
It's not really threatening you. It's not a beast.
No.
I say go for it.
Can't trade with the SI7 agent. Hunters really aren't running arcane shots right now, so you don't have to worry about that.
I mean, if you were to draw something like a Deadly Poison next turn, he'd have a 5 attack weapon that could then do something like a Blade Flurry at some point. It's okay to hold on to this. The 1/1's not threatening you right now, so yeah, you just go and hold on to it. Yeah. And actually, it's pretty cool here. The Sledge Belcher, when that hits, this 2/1 weapon is going to be able to deal with that pretty well too.
Oh, in conjunction with the SI7 agent?
With the SI7, yeah.
That's a good point. That spider's feeling pretty safe right now, though. He's wiping the sweat off his brow.
Well, Ekop's deck is a little bit more of a face deck, so he's thinking, well, it's fine. I'll just continue to get 1 damage with this guy.
Yeah, and I mean, Dart's already down to 19 health.
Yeah, there's no like Leroy or anything, but there's a kill command in Ekop's deck, so he does have some burst potential.
Right. So what things going through his head right now?
Well, if you banana here, it's pretty nice because you can then attack and you don't actually lose your guy.
Right.
And that actually allows you to then also Sludge Belcher next turn. Is he actually going to Shadow Step this? That's interesting. I don't know if I would do that because you lose the buff, first of all. I mean, it's okay. You can do that, and then you can kill it, and then you can play your Earthen Ring. Still leaving that 1/1 though. That 1/1 is going to live forever.
That's not a bad play. Yeah, this series, like in the early part of tonight's group, it was the very resilient zombie chows, and tonight and this one is just this one spider, man. He doesn't want to go away.
Very resilient 1/1 spectral spider. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna live forever.
He just really wants to watch this game. He's just like, I know who Ek0p and Dart are. I want to see this game play out.
You know what sucks right now about Dart's hand is he's got. Oh, never mind. His hand does not suck anymore.
Nope. Although, he's considering doing the Sludge Belcher instead of the
the Sludge Belcher will eat up the 2/2s that come out of this. He's got to trade in. Blocked a little bit, but he's got to trade in and get rid of the. No, he's not. He's just gonna go face. Okay, interesting.
Right. So let's see. What did Ek0p just draw there? I'm curious. He's sitting on 7 mana. And okay, he draws another Highmane.
So you go high main into high main. It's kind of one of the best things you can do, honestly.
Even as a leper gnome, so you can use up all his mana.
Yeah. His other options are to silence the Sludge Belcher.
Which isn't a bad...
You can actually silence the Sludge Belcher, Houndmaster the Owl, play Leper Gnome, go through to the face for 6 damage. I like that play, actually.
It appears that he came to the same conclusion.
Or Houndmaster the 6/5 and go for 8 damage. That's
a big lion, man.
I kind of, but see, this the reason why I would Houndmaster my Owl is because I kind of want to just protect my high main.
Yeah,
to have my high main.
That being said, that Savannah high main just became Savannah Mufasa.
No, it's true. Yeah, I mean, it gets you 2 extra damage. It's gonna be pretty tough. Now Dart's feeling it. Yeah.
Yeah, if Dart wants to get rid of that, he has. He has a deadly poison, but that's.
Yeah, but you can't deadly poison and then hit that thing take 8 damage to the face. There's just no way. I think he has to Fan of Knives and hope to draw a preparation. And he's trying to cross his fingers. Okay, see, Fan of Knives gives you 2 cards, though. That's why I like to try to get that prep. Oh boy.
You've got the conceal.
Yeah, now eviscerate. Nope.
Nope. No prep.
Yeah, he really needed he needed a prep or something so he could, play some extra spells there, but that is going to be game because we know that there is a kill command in Ekop's hand. So even if he swings all of his creatures into the Savannah Highman, which he is going to do, I mean that even leaves that leaves a ton of damage on board anyway.
He realizes it. He's tapping out. That was a good game.
So Ek0p takes game 1 of this series.
So which means he'll be bringing his Hunter deck into the next game. So Dart's got the Hunter and the Control Warrior.
I'm guessing Dart's going to go with Hunter here because he has to win both games, and Control Warrior is not as likely.
Dart can't. He'd have to go Miracle. Or no, he just played Miracle Rogue. I'm sorry.
He's played Miracle Rogue, yeah.
You're right. So Hunter or Control Warrior. Yeah. If it was me personally, I'd go Control Warrior, but...
Sure. I mean, I think Control Warrior is a fine matchup, but if you're trying to... You got to win 2 games here to win this series. You can't, just beating the Hunter is not good enough. I feel like the Hunter deck gives them the best chance to go 2 wins.
It's a good point. You're looking at everything else that's up there. Because even if he wins with the Control Warrior, Ek0p will probably just bring out that Paladin deck and give him hell. So anyway, everyone out there watching, make sure to go check out HearthStats.net/league with all of the information about the tournament going on that is nowhere near over. We got plenty more nights with a lot more games and plenty of pro Hearthstone players coming from Hearthstats. And casters you guys are probably familiar with. Guys out there like, who are these 2 goofballs? But yeah, go check it out and make sure to sign up for the open bracket. They call it the Grinders League because 288 players total from North America and Europe have a chance. If you're one of the top 36 from that group, you get into the Challengers League and you can fight your way into the next Hearthstats League Champion League, which is what I'm assuming will look very much like what we're watching right now. This is the first one, so this was an all-invitational 16-player tournament, but next time there will be players in from the open bracket.
That's correct, yeah. If you want to become a Hearthstone pro yourself, this is one way to do it.
It looks like Dart is trying to earn the favor of me because he has chosen the Control Warrior deck, so we're going to see Ek0p sticking with his Hunter deck because of the way this tournament goes, obviously, and Dart playing his Control Warrior.
So, I mean, it's okay, but the reason why I don't like this is because, yes, he gives himself a potentially good matchup for this particular game, but as we know, and maybe Dart does not know, Ek0p has pretty much the trump card for this Warrior deck, which is his Paladin deck. So this is unlikely going to be a move that wins him the series.
I would think if he was able to watch the tournament tonight, Gaara has not Gaara. Ek0p has already played his Paladin deck. So
Ek0p, also known as Gaara on the mulligan screen, by the way. He is now officially Ek0p though, and yes. Well, that's actually a good start here. You get out that zombie chow right away. He's going to be able to deal with like the web spinners and all the stuff that comes out early for the Hunter deck.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got the so Dart's got his Zombie Chow on hand. Gonna get that unstable ghoul out. Just goes ahead and removes that web spinner. Ekop crossing his fingers for a King Crush or something insane.
I did not see what he drew yet off it.
Oh, we got a King
Mukla again. He got Mukla last
Oh,
game off of it too.
Beautiful.
There's 2 games in a row where he's gotten Mukla off the web spinner.
Man, what are the chances? Someone out there who likes math, tell me.
The chances are not good. I think he's actually considering coining out this Mukla right now.
Do you think they're better than successfully navigating an asteroid field?
Look, man, never tell me the odds. That's all I'm saying. I think the Mukla actually is pretty decent here. I mean, I know you can just start bananaing up some of these guys and then get rid of it, but it kind of forces these two. It forces the trade out of these two. So, and he does decide the Mukla, and then he beats his
chest pound. Yeah, Ekop, a man after my own heart.
Ekop is an entertainer, everybody. That is for sure.
I know Dart's playing the control warrior and trying to be. Trying to win my favor, but I think Ekop I'm on Team Ekop again. I'm going to just keep flip-flopping here. So, I mean, you got to be eating this up, Dills. You know you're a huge fan of Mukla.
Oh, I love the Mukla.
Singing his praises on a daily basis on the Angry Chicken Show.
Dude, I will never, ever, ever lose my love for the Mukla.
So there he is, forcing that trade.
So he actually decided to take 5 damage to the face to save his unstable ghoul, which is fine at this point because you're not, you're a control warrior. You're going to be armoring up quite a bit. You're not really worried about your health.
No, not at all. I mean, and now you've got an unstable ghoul that has some serious legs, although it's about to be his legs are about to be cut out from under him.
No, I don't know if I would go with the owl here because the owl leaves you with a pretty poor. You have this 1 mana left, and then you Undertaker. It's not great.
And plus, control warriors. The owl's such a good answer to the Sledge Belcher.
There's a lot of stuff in the warrior deck that you can owl. You can owl Cairn, Sylvanas. There's just too many targets that you're going to want to use this owl on later. And using it on an unstable ghoul just feels pretty bad. Yeah,
we've just seen so many players tonight really stumble when a Sledge Belcher hits. That's just all I can think of now. It's just like, no, you have an answer to it. Keep it.
Yeah. MVP Belcher. I think actually I would have gone with the Animal Companion there because there's 2 possibilities that actually outright deal with this. The worst case scenario would be to get Leok, but that's 33% chance. I want to give myself a good shot. And now with double Armorsmith on board, kind of forced into the owl play. There's really no other good option. And now he goes with the Animal Companion. It's just a little too late. Could have done that last turn.
Right, exactly. Although it does, I mean, it trades with the stable ghoul, but then you pop it, and Ekop gets a bunch of, Dart.
He gets a bunch of armor.
Gets a bunch of armor as a result.
Yeah. So right now these are swapped. So that's Dart at the top playing the control warrior.
Yeah, Dart is the control warrior. Yes. Mm-hmm. And Ekop is sticking with his hunter deck.
All right, Acolyte of Pain. This is another really great draw here. I mean, he's just gonna this whirlwind effect is about to go to town. It's gonna do everything for Dart.
He gets a card. He gets 3 armor.
He gets 6 armor.
6 armor. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
He's got 2 out, and
yeah, 3 minions get hit twice. So yeah, pretty significant there.
Wow.
So now he's effectively, it's just really hard to kill him now. I mean, he's effectively at full life again.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this is why I love Control Warrior, man.
No, you really do feel kind of invincible when you play Control Warrior. It's you're just really hard to kill, and if you like playing tanky type stuff in other games too, Control Warrior, that's what Control Warrior feels like. I'm glad that in Hearthstone Warrior does feel kind of tanky, right? Warrior and Paladin feel pretty tanky. I would like there to be more of a tanky Druid version, but I guess Ramp Druid is kind of tanky.
I'm about to say, I mean, with their huge tree minions, it's it feels pretty beefy.
So he's hoping to draw something like maybe a Shield Slam or something. But he's got the Execute. I don't know if you'd like executing this, but I think you just kind of have to. You're going to draw a lot of armor either way, and you get to play a Lotheb at the same time.
I mean, out of the Hunter deck, well, the only other thing I would rather execute is the Highmane. The Sludge Belcher's right next on the list for me.
That's true. There's nothing else that he's really going to want to use that Execute on outside of the Highmane, so this is okay. Highmane is about to hit, by the way. So this is the card that that Hunter kind of deals with Control Warrior with. It's like, how do I beat Control Warrior? Well, Highmane. Unfortunately, this Highmane comes out at a really inopportune time because Lotheb just kills it outright. He's got a lot of other ways to do some good things in this turn, so I think I just kind of like, swinging in with the Lotheb. Maybe you kill one of the dogs, draw some more armor, play a Cairn. I mean,
and Banana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Banana. I forgot he still got one Banana.
He can kill one of the dogs,
play the Cairn, and then just swing to the face for one more damage.
I was about to say, and he keeps both his armor smiths alive.
So he's now sitting at 39 health, and Ekop is starting to count up. How much damage can I possibly do?
That is so much armor.
What's the highest amount of armor you've ever been at, Garrett, when you're playing the Control Warrior?
I think maybe 18.
Really?
At least in recent memory.
I've literally doubled my health before. I've been at 30 plus several times.
Wow.
It's pretty sweet.
What you're watching right now is the only time a Hunter goes, why didn't I put an Alchemixt in my deck?
Remember when Alchemixt got rid of armor, by the way?
Yeah.
Remember how I tried to rail? Okay.
Yeah, which by the way, Alchemixt actually wouldn't help that much right now.
No, it wouldn't do crap.
It's already down to 19, so you're just removing...
It does 4 damage.
It's 4 damage.
Although Black Knight does get value in a Hunter deck because you've got the Houndmaster, so I prefer the Sylvanas here over it. I think you probably just play Sylvanas, armor up, and now the question is: do you attack face, or do you remove one of these? Because if you attack face, you're keeping 2 creatures on board. They could potentially trade for your Sylvanas with some sort of buff, but I think you actually trade one of these creatures off.
Yeah, I would. That's what I would do. And it's looking like that's what he's thinking as well.
Yeah.
Yep, he's just going to armor up and pass turn to Ekop, who's sitting at 8 health. He could deploy most of his hand. He's got nothing but his low drops.
Well, he can Undertaker, and then he can... Everything else has Death Rattle.
Oh, that's going to be two Undertakers, and then they're both going to grow.
Yeah, and then Brawl. And then Brawl happens.
You're right. Cry. And then Brawl happens and you win.
Brawl happens with Sylvanas on board, might I add, which means that you can't lose this Brawl, basically.
We're about to see the most disgusting Brawl I have witnessed in a long time.
All right.
Look at Dart.
He's actually laughing about this Brawl that's about to happen.
Dart knows what it feels like to be the Joker right now.
Oh, my God. And he's even going to BM with a little chat on top of it.
Ekop's
Ekop, now he knows what's up. Now he's on the chat. All right, Ekop. Sorry, buddy. This is an unlosable Brawl right here. What lives? Oh, an Undertaker. I'll take that.
The best possible scenario. Just
Ekop does get 2 Spectral Spiders, though. Do not forget that fact. Although one of them will soon be dead. And Ekop just hates life right now.
Somewhere at Blizzard headquarters, a member of Team 5 is watching this and reminiscing and saying, this is the reason we added the sorry emote. This right here.
And here's what's even sicker, is he's about to play now a Direwolf Alpha. He's going to Houndmaster it, and then it's going to get Black Knighted. This is just brutal right now to watch. This is what the Control Warrior can do, is answer every possible thing. There's just nothing you can ever do.
Dart's rubbing his eyes because he can't even believe it. He's just like, is this happening? Is this real life?
This is why Hearthstone is really fun, you guys, is when you can just own people. Yep. And the Black Knight. Just
give it a stretch, a little yawn, and
Ekop is completely just flustered. What are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
I have to give props to Ekop because I would have busted my desk in half by this point.
No, I think you just attack face. There's no real reason to trade with this 4-3.
Nope. No reason at all. Got to start putting some damage on the board.
Oh, but he does get the Buzzard Unleash combo. Could it possibly bring him back into the game? If any combo in this entire game could do it, it would be this one.
That is
and then
so much armor.
Yeah, even if he draws his entire deck, how does he use that? He can't chew through all this armor.
And he would only get 2 more hounds if he decided to unleash. So he's gonna set up a trade here.
Well, first you kill this, you open up a spot for 3 more hounds, and you draw 3 more cards. Because you leave that on board, and then you can unleash again.
Right. There it is. He just fills his hand right back up.
So now Dart is going, okay, could this possibly happen now? Am I possibly going to lose this game? There's no way. There's just no way. Now Ekop's wondering if I should draw 1 more card with the Buzzard. I think you do. Buzzard over Loot Hoarder. I mean, Loot Hoarder and Buzzard effectively do the same thing here.
Both your Unleashes have been played. So there's no reason to hold on to the Buzzard anymore. Might as well get that card. Draws himself a Haunted Creeper.
He can't kill everything here, but he can kill the most dangerous minion, which is, of course, the Undertaker. And then he gets him down to 24 armor only. What? Take that!
And the shield block comes up to just say, yeah, because I didn't have enough. Oh, Grom.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think you just play the Acolyte. And I think you actually swing face here because you want to set up lethal with the Grom if you can activate it. So getting him down to 9 health is actually pretty important.
Absolutely.
Because you can't actually activate it with... Well, so the Taskmaster's on the board. Was that his first or second Taskmaster? I can't remember.
Cruel Taskmaster. I think that's his... No, that's his second because he had that...
That's his second?
He had that amazing opening with both Smiths and the Acolyte.
That's right. Okay.
Plus the, what was it, the Unstable Ghoul, or did he Whirlwind? I don't remember.
But did he Taskmaster back then? I don't think he Taskmastered then.
Oh, not Cruel Taskmaster. Sorry, I'm thinking of Acolyte of Pain. I apologize.
Yeah. I think you definitely swing to the fate because you're not scared of dying, right? So why would you even... trading does what? What does trading do?
Everyone's afraid of dying, but not someone with this much armor.
Well, if you want to get philosophical, Garrett, yes, everyone is afraid of dying. I mean, who knows what happens in the afterlife?
Garrosh could have some type of terrible disease that we're not aware of. But no, he's still considering going for control.
I don't even care what he draws at this point. I mean, Ekop could have a full hand. It does not matter.
Things would get bad.
Can't remove all the beasts, so
things would get bad if he got his. I don't think he's played both Sludge Belchers, and I believe he has 2 in the deck, doesn't he?
He's played 1 at least.
Yeah, Sludge Belcher would complicate things here.
Well, he does have Houndmaster.
Right.
But actually, Houndmaster and Lothab is okay here because it basically takes away things like Execute and stuff. Makes it a little bit tougher to deal with.
Right. And I'm thinking now too, Dart on his Control Warrior. Have we seen any weapons? I'm trying to think now. I don't think we've...
In Dart's hand?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't played Deathbite, that's for sure. And Deathbite is one way he can activate this Gromish.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, heck, a Deathbite would put him in lethal.
Okay, now he's fishing for information. Here's a tip to all you Hearthstone players out there. If your opponent whispers you and asks if you have a certain card, don't tell them. Just that's just how I'm going to help you guys improve today. So
by the way, guys,
a little nugget of information.
If you are just now tuning in to the HearthStats League Invitational, just want to introduce yourselves again. I am Garrett Weinzerl, and I'm joined by Willie Dills Gregory. We are 2/3 of the podcast known as The Angry Chicken over at amove.tv/TAC. If you're looking for some more Angry Chicken, or sorry, not Angry Chicken, Hearthstone entertainment, that's where we hail from.
Yes.
From the land of iTunes and Stitcher.
This is correct. And yeah, probably most of you are unfamiliar with us because you're lazy and you only watch Twitch and that's all you do all day.
Way to make friends, Dills.
You should get out there and you should start listening to podcasts. Maybe go on a run. I don't know. I'm just.
As someone who spends a lot of time in front of a computer all day for his job, I listen to many podcasts. Now,
all I
Ekop,
do is watch Twitch, though. See, that's the thing. Like, I watch Twitch all day at work.
now Ekop has his board is the best it has been all game, but he.
Well, it's actually getting a little bit hairy here because he can get a taunt up. He can clear this Sludge Belcher, and if our friend Dart here can't chew through whatever taunt gets thrown out there, he's not going to be able to ever get this finishing damage in. And Ekop can slowly whittle away this massive amount of health. I mean, he's at 50 health right now.
Right. I mean, yeah, so we got a 4/6 taunt on board. Yeah, okay, it is getting hairy for Dart. I mean, although, again, he can just play the waiting game.
But he can't wait that long. There's a significant amount of damage on board. That Leok is really kind of screwing things up right now. It's all of his creatures are now hitting for extra.
Yeah, the Leok needs to be dealt with.
Now, if I'm Ekop, I definitely don't use a kill command on this.
I mean, since the Leok has taunt, it is the only one that can be dealt with since he has a weapon equipped.
You know, I actually do. Now that I think about it, I actually do use kill command on this because I'm not going to win the game with burst damage from my hand in the form of spells. Dart has way too much health for that to be my win condition. I'm going to win the game with my minions. You know, if my minions can stick on the board, that's how.
Right, you need to win from a war of attrition.
Oh my god! Game.
Wow, that
what a draw! Because he can actually whirlwind execute the taunt. Does he not realize this yet, or is he just laughing inside his brain?
I think he's laughing inside his brain, thinking,
Whoa! What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What?
Oh.
What am I seeing?
Okay, he's just BMing because he actually doesn't. Okay, never mind. He's fine. He still has it.
That's a good point. Okay, I'm just like, what am I witnessing?
I forgot. I forgot how much health Ekop was at. I thought he was at 9. He's actually at 6.
I had a heart attack, man.
Yeah.
And your screaming did not help.
Sorry, that was on me. That was on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'll take the blame for that one.
That was... Oh,
okay, so Dart actually does finally find the way to break through Ekop's final wall of protection, and evens the series at 1-1.
Dart, I'm back on Team Dart, man. I'm back again. I'm you know, Ekop's chest beating, imitating King Mukla has worn off. I'm back on hashtag Team Dart.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, he clearly, you know, he likes your ideas, Garrett. You and him are simpatico. He's like, yeah, man, you go Control Warrior. That's what you do.
Well, we have a fan club for Control Warriors. We have shirts and patches, if that's your thing, if you're interested.
Here's the problem, though. You know, that might have been fun and everything for Dart there, but this Paladin deck is just going to ruin his day. So
maybe he I believe in the Control Warrior Dills.
Okay, all right.
I think when played correctly, it can accomplish anything.
No, I mean the Control Warrior can definitely beat any deck. If it gets the right draws, it can kind of deal with all situations. But the Paladin deck that Ekop plays, it's kind of built to deal with it, and the threats that it can put down, the ways that it can deal with single large minions, which is obviously kind of the core of the Control Warrior deck, is these big threats that you can play late in the game.
Look at that smile on Dart's face, man. He is just ecstatic.
No, he finally I think this is actually his first win of the night, isn't it? He went down 0-2, so
yeah,
he's feeling like he's back.
And
like, dude, I'm back.
Well, yeah, and what a win it was. Which by the way, bring up his deck list real fast, because either I'm losing my mind or there's a Kel'Thuzad in his deck list.
In which deck?
In his warrior deck.
Really?
Okay. Unless I'm.
I'm looking.
According to this deck list from Dart. Anyway, so they're in the mulligan phase.
You are correct, sir. That's
because I was checking to see if it had a Spellbreaker. He does not run a Spellbreaker in this, so if Ekop gets Tyrion out, it is going to be a major problem for Dart.
That is true. Yeah, there's no real way to get through that without giving him the weapon, and then the weapon starts swinging face. If Dart could do what he did in the last game, which is build up a sick amount of armor, then all bets are off.
That's a good point. Although his opening hand not looking nearly as amazingly perfect as last game.
I want to welcome everybody who just joined us, who is now completely assaulting our chat. Thank you very much for that. Apparently, Chanman and the Deck Wars has completed, and you guys are here now. So thanks, Chanman, for sending your viewers over here. He sapped his viewers and sent them back over here. So you guys all just try to sap Chanman, but Chanman saps you. I don't know if you realize this.
And everyone, get out there and tweet at HearthStats about this tournament. It might get up on the stream, and so far, you guys have been very witty and funny. Thank you for your humorous tweets. Again, tweet at HearthStats on Twitter.
Most of you have been witty and funny, except for that one guy. You know who you are.
Yeah, that one dude. I have a feeling if they, if it was that bad, they wouldn't have been on the thing here. But anyway, let's get this thing trending, folks. Tweet at HearthStats.
There you go. I'll start. I'll tweet right now. I won't talk while I tweet, though, because I never talk while I tweet.
Harrison Jones, sitting in the hand of Ekop, could not be more excited about this matchup.
I feel like this Paladin deck is actually almost built just to kill the Control Warrior. So far, we've seen him absolutely dominate the Control Warriors he's played. And we'll see if this game is any different. But I just,
Yeah, I think you definitely Fiery War Axe the Acolyte here, only let him get one card out of it, and then you play your own Acolyte here.
Which is also only going to get one card because it's either going to... He's not going to Spellbreaker it, but it's an option. I think he's just going to go ahead and play his own True Silver. And, yep. So we're weaponing off Acolytes now, huh? That's what we're doing? Okay.
That's the game that we're playing, Dills. It's apparently the game we're playing here. Swings in, takes 1 damage. Heal means for nothing because it happens first. Dart pulls a Loatheb. Not going to be able to play on this next turn. Well, he could if he wants to.
The Loatheb will be... here's the key to this Loatheb is to actually use it at a very key turn to protect his board. So what he wants to do is he wants to use it to protect against the Quality Consecrate. If I'm him, I avoid playing it on turn 5 because on turn 5 it actually doesn't do too much at all.
I mean, he has a Sludge Belcher. I'm not sure I would Taskmaster a token.
No, I would in this case because effectively what you're doing is you're doing a couple things with this. You're removing the token, which is kind of whatever. It's not a big threat, obviously. But what you're doing is you put this out there and then you armor up and then you try to entice the second weapon swing.
Okay.
On this 2/2 rather than having him use it on something like your Sludge Belcher.
Yeah, that's... Well, he just armors up and passes turn. He wasn't sure how he felt about that Cruel Taskmaster either. I'm going to stop talking because apparently my thoughts are beaming directly into his brain.
Yeah, you and Dart, man. Wow, I had no idea.
We're just syncing up.
Romance, huh? You guys texting each other right now? Are you telling him what's going on? This tournament is actually on delay, so whatever we say has no bearing at all. I always wonder that because when sometimes a player is playing and you're watching the tournament and then the caster mentions something, and then all of a sudden the player like, oh yeah, I should do that. It's like they just all come to that realization at the same moment. I know it's just coincidence, but is it?
Yes, Dills. All casters text the players that are currently playing. They have their own ringtones. It's wonderful. So now I think you have to Sludge Belcher here. I don't know what the other do you.
Loatheb doesn't feel very good because Loatheb just straight dies to a weapon swing and the token, and that sucks.
You could have coined out Sylvanas. I mean, we know that's a bad idea because he has Spellbreaker in his hand, but Dart doesn't know that.
Well, but if he did Spellbreaker Sylvanas, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever because now you know your Cairn and your Kel'Thuzad because apparently he runs one of those, and your Ragnaros and all that. Those aren't going to get dealt with in that fashion, but
there goes the Sludge Belcher. But it's it's bittersweet.
I mean, it softened things up, is what it did. So and he's actually got a decent play here because he can armor up for 5 and then use Shield Slam. He can deal with the Taz Dingo.
Also, everyone, as we're moving to the end of the tournament tonight, make sure you stick around after the last game because Hyped and Nadia will be around for a special event So make sure you stick around for that. It's not over once tonight's group is done.
Yeah, that is true. And if you guys are interested in participating in this event, you can actually do that. If you go to HearthStats.net/league, you can sign up and actually join the league and win your way to be able to play in this tournament. And I'm going to do it. I don't know about you.
Good luck, sir.
I'm ready. I'm ready to join the pro Hearthstone status. I think I'm. Actually, I'm not. I'm not at all. I don't know. I don't have time to get good at this game.
So, Dart drawing a whirlwind. Ekop's board, man, looking mighty formidable. I mean, what do you do as a warrior against this?
Sorry, I'm just laughing at chat right now. They're getting mad at me because I told them to go outside.
How dare you?
Look, man, we're Twitch. We don't go outside. Tell me what to do. Okay, well he's got the shield block, and then he's got whirlwind, execute, shield slam. He's got a lot of ways that he can actually deal with this board.
Yeah, just nothing as nice as an equality consecrate. So you go ahead and you remove the sludge belcher with your Lothab. Looking at everything else.
Yeah, you shield slam the 3/5. You can actually whirlwind and taskmaster off something else. It's pretty decent. Okay,
you're right. He had all the tools he had.
Yeah.
I was just looking at so much health and taunt, and not giving my fanboy deck enough credit apparently.
The problem here though is, yes, you dealt with this really annoying deck, but Ekop, he's not really deterred by this kind of stuff with this. Like, he can just kind of continue to do what he does, which is play tough minions and clear your own deck at any point he wants.
That's what it's like to play against Paladin deck, man.
This Paladin deck, it really, I mean, you continue popping out the 1/1s. You're just the dude maker. So
everyone change the name of your Paladin decks right now.
It's dude maker. That is what it is. Yeah.
Just get on that. He has the Kel'Thuzad in his hand. So okay, we're not insane.
Yeah, we weren't tripping. He actually does have a Kel'Thuzad. This is really, really awkward because Sylvanas potentially can only steal a token, and that's not very good.
No, and
I don't know if you know this, Garrett, but that's not very good.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
And then what else are we doing? Like, drop a Kel'Thuzad? To what end?
Potentially. There's really nothing else to do, I don't think. Honestly.
This is just highlighting the beauty of Lothab and the proverbial monkey wrench he throws into anyone's Hearthstone game.
Oftentimes, Lothab basically just says, take your turn away. Right.
And with the awkward hand that Dart currently has, that's exactly what it did. He went ahead and
I'm actually wondering, though, I think you swing into the 5/5 because you get the 2/2 back. So killing the 1/1 actually doesn't really do too much.
That's a good point. At least you bring Lothab down into an easier kill range. If next turn he top decks a Fiery War Axe, you can remove him with that. And poof, back comes the Cruel Taskmaster. Only
it's unlikely though that Kel'Thuzad is going to survive this turn. I mean, this Paladin deck has lots of ways to deal with stuff.
Kel'Thuzad is one of those cards that we used to joke about back in the day on Angry Chicken that has the hidden text that says dies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a card that just needs to be dealt with. And there it is. There's the Consecrate, and down goes the Kel'Thuzad. Making more dudes.
It's the dude maker.
Dude making all night.
What he does.
Grabs a Death's Bite off the top of his deck.
Still, Sylvanas doesn't feel very good. Sylvanas really, at this point, is not going to do too much for him. He's hoping to actually get something good with it, and Ekop's just going to keep making dudes.
And
he's not going to give him anything.
And he has held on to that Spellbreaker. So even when it is time to play Sylvanas, she'll probably just be silenced.
Yeah. This Alex Strauss actually, though, is a pretty big draw, because this might be one of the only ways that the Control Warrior can actually pull this game out. Unfortunately, he's going to play it, and then Ekop will be able to heal. He's going to hold on to these heals until that actually does get played.
Right, he's already got a Guardian in his hand. He already has a Guardian in his hands.
Yeah, to be able to heal back up.
Ekop, gets his own Sylvanas out on the board. One damage. Oh, Grom comes out. So it's looking like there's hope for Dart getting Ekop down. I mean, with an Alchemixt in your hand and a Grom, and you even have the activation tool of Death's Bite. But it's too many turns between then and lethal.
Yeah, it's just I don't see a way where like he could play the Death's Bite, he could attack something, and then hold it, and then have that for the activation. And then he's basically hoping then that he could play Alchemixt, have Alchemixt live, and then use Alchemixt and Grom to kill. But this is what I was saying, man. This deck is just basically built to beat this control warrior. It's just really tough to get through. And it's tough to get through, and it's tough to even if you do get through, it's just tough to get them down to a low enough point. You're basically hoping that you can kind of outlast this Paladin deck, and you have to get a lot of value out of stuff like Brawl.
Right, and even if you wanted to play the Death Bite with the hope of activating Grom, Ekop could prematurely activate it via Harrison Jones.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so Ekop has just got to time these board clears and these heals correctly, and there's pretty much no way for him to lose, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, he only has one heal in his hand. We're looking at
he's got the Guardian. He's got 2 more in his deck, I believe. So
we know he has a lay on hands. We saw that last game.
It looks like he's actually going to go for the Harrison play. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and attack in first. The Harrison play will actually steal him the Acolyte here, because Sylvanas will die.
Right.
The Death Bite will go off. One thing he has not drawn so far is the Kodos yet to go along with the Peacekeepers. But he will have those at any moment now. I mean, they've already gone through more than half their decks. So I don't see what Dart can pull out here. He looks extremely exasperated too. I mean, he's just going to go for it right now. That just seems this is extremely premature.
I mean, it's a tough game. He's got a bunch of wonderful, strong cards in his hand, but look at Dekop's hand. It's nothing but answers. It'll deal with everything that Dart can throw at him.
Yeah, Paladin these days is kind of built around that. They used to be like they used to die to just the ruthless aggression, but the game has kind of shifted now, where there's a lot of control, and Paladin can really shine in that kind of environment. So
I, for one, have been very happy with the way the meta in Hearthstone has shifted. I love these more mid-rangey and control decks that are getting the spotlight.
Yeah. So now you see he held on to that heal all the way until Alchemixt came out. Now Alchemixt comes out, and he's basically neutered. He's got to follow Z rules, and he can't do anything anymore. Yeah.
That is the worst Draenei impression I have ever heard.
I'm not trying to do an impression. I'm just saying, follows the rules.
That's Willie Dills, ladies and gentlemen, if he was a Draenei. That's what he'd sound like.
You can actually Sylvanas coin Brawl. Feel like that might be the best play here. It would really suck to get a 1/1 though. You can kill the 1/1 first.
You tap it off with Alchemixt, then you.
I don't see anything better currently. Although, if he does it now, what is he worried about? Actually, if you look at Ekop's hand, he's got 2 minions and a whole bunch of spells. So Ekop doesn't really have the ability to refill the board.
No, I mean, we keep talking about the fear of Tyrion, but he also has an Execute in hand.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's Kodos coming too at some point, but one of the Peacekeepers have already been played.
I don't know if I like that play, though, either, honestly. In the end, it looks like he might be going for it, though. It's just there's no other real good way to deal with this huge board right now. I guess he's just going to go ahead and Ragnaros. That's okay, too.
When in doubt, Ragnaros.
Kill the 1/1. Whatever else Ragnaros hits will be okay, unless it's face. He doesn't want to hit face. The 5/6 is obviously the best.
Oh,
it hits the 5/6.
Best case scenario. Left with an Elder Peacekeeper and an injured Harrison Jones. He pulled his back out, lifting the Ark of the Covenant, man. Or whatever the Warcraft equivalent is. The Ark of the Kobold, I guess.
I can tell that Dart does not feel comfortable right now. I mean, I think he knows as well as we do.
Because he's adjusting his pajama pants, or or just because?
Yeah, you're right. He wasn't comfortable. Then he got up, adjusted his pants. Now extremely comfortable. It's funny how that works.
Equality consecrate. Down goes the two Titans. So, Dart is getting dangerously low.
Yeah, and there's no... Oh, well, he's got the Black Knight to deal with the Tyrion. However, the Black Knight does just give the weapon to him and sitting at 9 health. I just don't think that there's a way for Dart to get out of this right now.
Yeah, it's looking...
Okay, here we go. Sylvanas coin brawl. I mean, that's... What else are you going to do? Garrett, what
right.
play is left for him right now? He's going to steal a friggin' 1-1, though. I guarantee it. Like, there's just no...
That is true. And honestly, it doesn't matter because they're all at 1 health. And Ekop has a wild pyromancer, so he could next turn play it. Okay, so he's going to Grom.
Yeah, he's going to Grom and armor up. I mean, this is okay, too, but you know this Grom is just going to die. It's already definitely going to die.
And he top decks the True Silver Champion.
4 damage on board.
Yeah, it's the last few turns. It's been looking at Dart's hand, looking at Ekop's hand, and just asking yourself, what does Dart do? I'm not sure.
Well, do you think so? If Ekop takes this 10 damage, goes down to 11, then heals up with a Holy Light. Is there any other way for Dart to get this damage through? I don't even think you do that though. I think you just use your minions.
Right.
Wow, he's going to take the 10 damage. And he's not even going to heal. He's just like, I don't even care, man. That's the last of your damage. I just don't even care.
Rag is gone. Alexstrasza is gone, and you just killed Grom. You know, there's any burst that existed is now gone from this warrior deck.
So now
you're going brawl.
Sylvanas coin brawl. That's all that's left.
And there's Cairn on board. So, Ekop praising. Wow.
Oh, he's going to actually take Cairn, though.
That was the best possible scenario.
Yeah.
Man, Dart has gotten real lucky with his brawls.
Except here's the thing, though. Ekop can silence it, then humility it, and then it's just continue to push for damage.
I'm aware of that, but given his options, this was
it was the best possible outcome, but yeah. Uh-oh. Can't see the game anymore. I'm going to have to go to the stream, I guess.
All right, that Cairn is down to a 1-5 with no death rattle.
I think this is pretty much it.
Could you have neutered Cairn anymore?
No. Maybe you could have damaged him as well, but no, there's no. Yeah, this is pretty much it.
No.
Right now, can't deal with anything. You can't weapon swing at anything because that's just going to kill you.
He's at 2 low health.
So if you Fiery War Axe, kill the 4/3. You are now down to 3 health. Then you kill the 1/1 with Cairn. Then you armor up. Now you're back to 5 health. It's the only play. You're not dead on board, at least, if you do that.
I mean, he could execute the Spellbreaker, which that looks like is what he's going to do. He's going to damage it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that, too.
Armor up.
But, I mean, honestly, right now what he's doing is delaying the inevitable. It's not going to happen. This is like the saddest thing too. When you're playing these kind of games and but you have to continue.
Look at Ekop's hand.
He doesn't have direct damage.
He doesn't have a play actually. So I think Dart I think Dart has a chance to claw back into this because he has a lot of damage on board with
He's gonna need
fire
to draw
weapons he has. What did he just draw? He drew it and he immediately pulled it out. I'm wondering what Ekop just drew because he got it and he immediately slid it out. I didn't see what the card was.
He needs to draw some sort of.
It's Tyrion. Well, he is the Black Knight, but that gives him an Ashbringer.
So now you swing in with the weapon because you're gonna get another weapon, and you just hit face with it.
You're right. That's what he does. I mean, he doesn't know he has the Black Knight, but you have to assume that your opponent will deal with Tyrion in any way, shape, or form that he can. So, this has been one hell of a game.
No, I mean this is exactly the kind of game that you expect from these two control decks. Is just real back and forth for a long time, and then basically just comes down to who's able to kind of swing the board in a more effective manner, who's able to draw the damage at the correct times. And I mean, as I predicted earlier, this deck is just really difficult for the Warrior deck to deal with. He can Black Knight this Tyrion, but he's given him the full weapon. That's 15 damage that's going to be incoming to his face. Oh my god, but the sledge... he can't play both of them, though.
No,
now he wishes he had that coin, but,
But he's not dead next turn.
He's not dead next turn, unless he draws a Consecrate or something.
And that means a Sludge Belcher and a weapon can be played, which puts
Sludge Belcher could end up being on the board at some point soon. Yeah.
No, I think
it's true.
I think he's okay. I think Dart's back in this game. I mean, yeah, there's an equality Pyromancer, but there's also
You actually are right. He could potentially win this game.
Lay on hands. That's tough, man.
Well, he can lay on hands and Holy Light, and he's at just a crap ton of health. There's also this zombie chow is going to heal him for 5 as well.
I want to mouse over the cards on the side and see how many cards are left in each of their hands.
It looks like he's actually going to do is he's going to go ahead and equality, then he's going to Pyromancer, and then he's going to Holy Light himself.
And then he'll Ashbringer remove Bane. I don't see any reason to leave Bane on the board. Well, as low as he is, yeah, you
I don't know, man.
I think you just swing. I think you're right.
You swing for face because you want to try to kill him next turn. Yeah, and you don't have you're hoping to draw damage, and you're not guaranteed to do that in this deck. There's not a ton of direct damage, so you need to hit face.
Right, but then the Sludge Belcher comes out, throws a big fat monkey wrench and everything. And he can even armor up to...
Sludge Belcher is not going to be that difficult for him to deal with. It's not what he needs here.
With his current hand, it eats the 2 remaining durability on that Ashbringer. With Ekop's current hand.
True.
All he has is a lay on hands.
But I don't think he's going to use the second durability. He'll use the first one on it. But he won't use the second one on it. He'll use dudes. You got to kill the dude here.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. You know what? You need the 4 damage because you have to win. You have to kill him.
Right. He doesn't know that that's a lay on hands in Ekop's hand, the 1 card in his hand at the moment.
This is, honestly, Paladin is so annoying to play right now because
he's doing it. He's getting rid of the token.
You just can't kill them, man. They just have too much friggin' health.
And he drew a Kodo, so he gets that slime's going bye-bye.
Yeah, this is actually really good, too, because the Kodo doesn't straight die to this 4/4.
Nope.
So it's going to be really difficult for Dart to remove it.
That
might actually
that is
spell the end there. He's going to need another Sludge Belcher or something.
Oh!
Unstable Ghoul saves him for 1 more turn, ladies and gentlemen.
How many turns is this now that we've thought the game was definitely sealed? I can't believe this game.
I mean, I thought this game was over at least 10 turns ago. This game has just continued.
Oh, well played by both players here, by the way, regardless of how this game ends up.
Well, they're doing everything in their power to. I mean, and you have to give them credit. Both of them they're not giving up, and they're not going to give up. And you shouldn't when there's thousands of dollars on the line. So.
No, absolutely not.
So yeah, actually, this time you do not need to kill the 1/1. You do need to get the damage on board because you need to hope that you can actually finish him off in the next turn here. However, Ekop is going to be able to heal back up out of range.
Absolutely. It's going to happen. And then let's see what cards he draws as well. Gets a Black Knight and a Shade and an Eldar Peacekeeper.
Okay, so Black Knight will help him be able to get through anything that he's able to pull back. I mean, yeah, there's no... I don't even think there's any more taunts left, right? The Unstable Ghouls and the Sludge Belchers are pretty much it.
They've been exhausted, yes.
Yeah. So you get him to 1. Now, do you even get him to 1 with your weapon?
Knowing
what you do. I mean,
he has a Peacekeeper. I mean, it's not like you have to.
Yeah, I think just go ahead and swing and get him to 1.
Yeah, he's at 13 health. No, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Puts out the Pyromancer just to use the mana.
The ability of these decks to continually live is incredible.
He can get 4 armor.
You can get 4 armor total here, yeah. Well, no, actually, he can swing to the face first, get 2 armor there, and then get 1 more armor and then armor up.
Okay, that's a good point.
So I guess that's potentially enough to live 1 more turn.
Right, because Ekop's obviously not playing anything with charge. But
yeah, you swing to the face, then you use the Cairn to kill the 3/3.
Both these players are all smiles at the moment. They both can't believe what this game has unfolded into.
Sorry, but this game has just been insane. This is why tournament Hearthstone is incredibly fun to watch, because when you're playing on the ladder, it's just hunter after hunter, right? And then you get into these tournaments and you actually get to see decks that you're not what? Okay, he says, do I die? I actually don't think he does die.
I think he looks. Oh,
but he messed up. He should have hit the face first if he's gonna do this.
Yep.
He missed out on an armor.
So now he does die. Well, no, he still lives for another turn.
I mean, he missed out on 1 armor.
On an extra armor, yeah.
Yeah. And Kodo, no more armor for you.
Doesn't even get the armor because it's destruction. It's not damage. Shave the next Ramus. Dart's arms going out just like how I'm feeling right now.
So
his shoes.
Ekop basically. Oh my god.
That's not the top deck you want.
Ekop was gonna get him eventually. It was just a matter of how long it was gonna take, and it took forever.
There were 2 turns, I think, in the end there when he still had both axes in his hand, and all Ekop had was some qualities and some heals. Where I thought.
Yeah,
I thought Dart could pull it out, but
all right. Well, that was an epic game, man. But
amazing series.
Ekop moves on.
We'll be right back with Alchemixt versus Dart.